This video is to cover how we do Oceans, more specifically how I do Oceans in our arrangement at Oasis. We do it a little bit different. Hillsong has this thing that they do that oscillates between a low string bass note and two upper strings, but what they end up doing is moving all of those together. So their parts sound like that kind of thing, and then they move them together. I don't particularly like that, so I did it a different way, and we kind of built the track around it. So I want to explain the thought behind it and how it works and how simple it can really be. So there's two ways that you can play this. You can play this either in the key of E, or you can play it with a cut capo, and then you could play the chord chart that's in D. But what you'll notice is the technique in your right hand is identical either way, and the only thing that changes with what you're going to do with your left hand is your choice of where to play two particular notes. Other than that, it's all very, very simple. Okay, so if you were going to play the version where you're playing in E, and if you're playing in E, you need to be comfortable not just with this E chord, but you need to be comfortable with like this E, that E, or that E. It's just an entirely different sound, and that's kind of the sound we need for this song. Otherwise, use a drop D capo. But here are the notes that we're after. So in the intro, you'll see on your chord sheet, it's like a C sharp minor, then one beat of B over D sharp, so that's the D sharp note in the bass. So C sharp, D sharp, E chord, then B chord, which would normally be that, or however you choose to play a B, and then an A chord. Okay, so the way we get around all that, specifically for the acoustic guitar part, to create the thing that generates the interest is this. So you're going to play your C sharp and then B, E. That's it. Then come back and catch the B again. So it's low note, higher note, high note, back to that note that was in between. So that's all it is. If you can do this, then you can play the whole song. You just have to be able to move your left hand. So this is the intro figure if you play it in E. See, that's an E note, down to B. I'm not strumming. Does it again. Down to the A. And that's the verses as well. So the other way that you can do it is with this little cut capo here. And let me show you a trick. With this cut capo, this little jobber right here is going to depress these three strings right here at the second fret. And there's a cheat on that if you don't happen to have one with you. You can take your regular Kaiser capo and you can turn it around backwards, and you put the little rubber side right here. Now you have to play with it to get it to sound right because they don't want to work right like this, but you get this open E. Here, I'll play it up here so you can see the strings that I'm using. And then these two have to ring. Okay, so you can do that to cheat, to practice at home if you don't have a cut capo. All I did was took a Kaiser, flipped it over. That's it. So using my cut capo, I'm going to do the same thing. Now, our first couple of notes don't change, but where we played the B, now that's on the capo, and then where we played the A, we have to play it here. So if you use this method, it looks like this. me back up so you can see my right hand too. So you're starting there, that's your C sharp, but again, with this capo on, you're thinking D chord shapes. So your chord chart would say B minor, then A over C sharp, then D, A, and then it would say G. That's all it is. That's all I'm playing. Even in the verses, you call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. Now, you can do one of two things. When you get to the chorus, you could keep going following that same sort of thing. And so it would look like this with this capo on. So this is your G chord if you're there, then your E chord, you just play that low E and you still play the, then for your A chord, you would play that open A, which right here. Okay, and again, we're thinking in the key of D because we've got this capo 2. So this is what the chorus would sound like if you're playing at capo 2. If you just wanted to keep that same thing going, you could play, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. Notice I deadened that E string. In your embrace. See, I did it again. I just deadened that string so it's not ringing. For I am yours. Now check out the transition. And you are mine. And then we're back to what we played earlier. That kind of thing, okay? Then you can use that same kind of thing as you get into the bridge section, which is in this same key, the B minor thing. Spirit lead me where my G, trust is without borders. D, let me walk upon the waters, wherever. A, you would call, it just keeps doing that over and over again. So like when we get to that part where it's building up and it's got the instrumental thing going into it, you it does it again, but for our purposes, let's take it to where it goes down. Here, go to, and that's how you would play your B minor. You just do it with 2 fingers. Spirit lead me where my trust is without, because if you're playing with the cut capo for your G, you just need 1 finger. Let me walk, D chord, 1 finger. Notice that? That's like a D chord shape in relation to this, but I'm just using 1 finger because I want these 2 strings right here to ring. So let me walk upon the waters, A chord, wherever, again, leaving those 2 open, so not this A, 3 fingers, da-da, no. That's your A. So this is the feel there. So let's say we're doing the instrumental section, it's getting big. In fact, let me do this. Let me fire off the track. So we got done with the chorus and we're hitting the instrumental bridge. So here we go. Let's see, let's take a... And you're letting the band get big. You're just kind of keeping that little thing going. Forgive my mistake there. Ready on that B minor? We're going to strum it. Lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the water. Just letting it stay down. See the difference between the A and the B minor? Then G. This is the easy way. That's your D. Like do D, but you just use 1 finger. 2 finger A2. Then it builds up. chorus, I'm just doing down strums. Now this is the instrumental section. I give it a little more. But it's not busy. It's simple. Go into the chorus, just let it ring. I will look upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. Oceans rise, my soul rests in your embrace. For I am yours. Going back to that finger picking thing, here it is. And then the rest of the band's going to drop out and it's just you. And then strum through the G chord, one finger. So that's how I play it, mistakes and all. That should help you out, give you a different way of approaching it. And remember, you can kind of make it your own thing. So if you wanted to strum the choruses, the key is don't make it busy, and then try to come back and catch the... And if you can't get to that yet, that's fine. It's in the track, or I can play it. All sorts of things we can do there. So if you're having trouble with that and you still want to use this cut capo thing, just B minor. Then your A over C sharp. Just don't even worry about the C sharp. Just catch these strings, and then your D chord. That's all it is. You can put the bass note in if you want, but you don't have to. Then your A, then your G. So you could do this realistically, and I'll play the intro for you one time so you'll see how it fits. So if you wanted to do something simple, you could do this. Nothing wrong with that. If you got the... Dude, if you can do it, throw it in. So that gives you some things to mess around with, and give that a shot and see how it works for you.